Yeah, good evening all. So before I start, can anyone please confirm whether my voice is clear, whether the screen is visible or not? Can anyone please confirm whether my voice is clear, whether the screen is visible or not? Yes.
Yes, Vijay.
Yeah. So yesterday we had some introductory session, right? Yes. So just I'll take 5 minutes what we have discussed in the last class. So defining why Python. It's a general purpose programming, any kind of applications we can develop today by using Python. Multi-programming features. It's a high-level language, interpreted language, user-friendly programming language. User-friendly programming language, right? Yes. It has got the multi-programming features. What all the features we see in different other programming languages, all the features we see here in Python, because of which we call it Python as a hybrid language. It's a high-level language. It's easily understandable. It's portable, machine independent, can run on all the hardware and all the operating system. It is an interpreted language, line by line execution, interpreted language, but so line by line execution, which makes debugging easy. User friendly programming or programmer friendly programming language. User friendly programming or programmer friendly programming language, which provides simple syntaxes, which looks like normal English statements. Now check with this one in the yes, I was discussing. So purpose-based languages, Pascal, Fortran, COBOL are purpose-based. They are used for a specific purpose, not for all the purposes. But a language which is suitable for developing any kind of applications. Such a language we call it as general purpose programming, right? Such a language we call it as general purpose programming. Python is such a kind, right? Python is such a kind of programming where any kind of applications we can develop today. It's not for a particular purpose. It's not for purpose based. It's for all the for developing all kind of applications. Generally, we have got two types of languages: low-level languages, high-level languages. Low-level languages like assembly level languages, they are not human understandable. They are not human understandable. They are not portable. They are machine dependent. They cannot run on all the hardware and all the operating system. High-level languages like Python, they are human understandable. They are human understandable. They are portable, machine independent. Machine independent. They can run on all the hardware and all the operating system. Yes. Python has got what programming features? Python has got procedural oriented programming language like C language, has got object oriented programming like C++, Java, has got scripting features, has got scripting features like shell script, has got a modular programming features like modular 3, 89,300 inbuilt modules Python has got, right? Yes. So procedural oriented programming like C language, object-oriented programming like C++ in Java, scripting like a shell script, and modular programming like modular 3, thousands of modules, right? Yes. Two major programming languages used for enterprise applications creations, Java and Python. These two are used for enterprise applications creations. But Java developers are strictly restricted to use only object-oriented programming. But in Python, with object-oriented, without object-oriented, with procedural-oriented, with modular programming, we can develop different varieties of applications. Scripting, Python is one of the best scripting language with vast varieties of libraries towards scripting. And modular programming, because of this modular programming, Python has got a great boom. It has providing 89,300 modules Python has got for different environments. Whatever environment you are from, Python is providing a module. Modules, right? Python has got modules for every environment. For data science, it is providing separate modules, like around 10 to 15 modules Python is providing for data science environment, for big data environment, for networking, for testing, for operating system. Yes. For each and every database, it is providing separate module. For each and every file format like Excel files, CSV file, JSON files, XML files, PDF files. For each and every file format, for mathematical operations, for statistical operations, for generating graphs, normal graph, bar graphs, histograms, scatter plot, stat plot, any types of graph we can generate today by using Python. So in this way, these are some of those examples. In this way, thousands of modules Python has got for different environments. And if you talk like Python, what kind of applications are we developing? Yesterday I was briefing you, right? What kind of applications are we developing today by using Python? Python mostly used in developing web applications. Lot of web applications like we are developing today by using Python, using framework like Django, using the framework like Django framework. Right? Okay. At a rapid speed, you can develop web application using Django, right? At a rapid speed, you can develop web application using Django. SQLite 3, it has got its own database. It has got its own application server with very less coding. At a rapid speed, you can develop web applications using this Django framework. Automation applications, right? Using technologies like data science, IoT, DevOps. A lot of automation applications are getting developed, especially data science related, right? Everything deals with the data. Data has got experience, data has got future reference. Using data or data science, we perform data analysis, data predictions, data classifications, data clustering, data recommendations. So it's a blend of technique. The main technique what we see here is ML, machine learning. So we have got many techniques for machine learning. To implement all the techniques or to code, we require a language. So Python is the mostly chosen or mostly used to programming. The mostly choose to programming, right? Yes. Even in IoT writing automation scripts, even in DevOps environment, right? Yes. Even one more major area like a big data, right? Where you can see like huge data is getting generated in petabytes. To handle that huge data and to process the data, we have got Hadoop and Spark, especially Spark implemented using Python. We call it like PySpark. Scientific applications. For scientific applications, we have got a CP, scientific Python. Scientific applications, we have got CP like scientific Python. For numerical analysis, like we have got a NumPy, numerical Python. Graphical user interface are for animations, right? We have got a TK Inter or PyQt Python is providing. For gaming or game development, there's one more major area where Python is mostly used, developing a lot of games like Pygame, PyCora, PySoy, especially Pygame, right? It's a separate framework given by Python for developing games, right? One more framework like PyCora is for developing games in Python. And for 3D games or 3D rendering library like PySoy. For scheduling task, right? We have got Airflow Python is providing. for testing or test cases. For software development, even software developers make use of Python as a support language. For business application, Python is one of the best choice in developing e-commerce websites. For database application, Python is one of the best choice. Means even we can connect with any database. Python can connect with any databases, right? Yes, because any web applications requires a database. Web scraping data or harvesting data from different websites. We have got URL libbs4 modules for network applications. Network applications, especially for network applications for network programming. For network applications and for network programming, we have got a separate framework like Twisted Python. It's a framework given by Python for network applications or for network programming. Audio and video applications. Many audio and video applications have been developed. Examples of some, right? Yes, Team Player, C Play are some examples of it. For embedded application, Raspberry Pi. Raspberry Pi is one of the best example, right? It's the most famous embedded application, Raspberry Pi, which uses Python for its computation. For CAD or 3D CAD applications. For computer vision like face detection, object detection, and color detection. For data analysis. For robotics, for desktop applications. Who are using Python today? Who are using Python today? Top most applications built using Python. Top most applications built using Python. Google is one of the best example of Python web application. Facebook, Instagram built using Python. YouTube using Python for video sharing service. NASA using Python because of its Python hybrid features. So it can use Python accordingly. Uber pricing algorithm implemented using Python and ML, machine learning. Quora, Reddit, Pinterest, Dropbox. Yes. Netflix, the popular OTT platform like Netflix using Python for security automation and for subscription related things. MMOG, massively multiplayer online games. Maya, a powerful 3D animation. BitTorrent, right? Yes, for BitTorrent using Python, for iRobot for military and commercial operations, or for hardware testing. Companies like IBM, Seagate, Qualcomm, all this they're using Python for hardware testing purpose. Reasons which makes Python suddenly super popular, right? Yes. Very less coding we see in Python. Simple syntaxes which looks like normal English statements. Interactive mode, we can easily interact with Python statement by statement. For every statement, it is going to give response. Multi-programming features. What all the features we see in different other programming languages, we see all those features in Python. Wide varieties of application. Just now we discussed one by one all that varieties of applications. Many built-in libraries, thousands of modules Python has got for different environments, right? Yes. So these are the reasons which makes it super popular, right? Now, just people who are from non-programming background or from non-programming or zero programming, right? You can just observe how simple the Python statements. Python comparison with other programming. Python comparison with other programming. I'll take a task and I'll try to implement the task in multiple programming languages. In multiple programming languages. Yes, accepting two values from the user keyboard. Accepting two values from the user keyboard and performing addition. First, I'll write this using Java. Later, I'll write in Python, right? Two major programming languages, Python and Java. Using Java, I will write first. Next, by using Python. So if you've got knowledge on Java, you can just go to the following code, import java.io.start class sample, public static void main, right? Public static void main, string aux, throws IO exception, input stream reader, new input stream reader, new input stream reader, buffer reader BR equal to new buffer reader, input stream reader, new input stream reader, buffer reader equal to new buffer reader, right? System.out.println, right? Enter the first number, string S1, br.readline, taken in string format, later you need to convert into integer format by using a method called integer.parseInt. By using a method called integer.parseInt. Now copy these three lines for the second number also, just yes. Enter the second number, string S2, br.readline, int j, integer.parseInt of S2, finally saying system.out.println, system.out.println, right? Yes. I plus j. So this is what the code, right? Just I'll take a minute in showing you the code in both Python and Java. Just I'm copying this to a separate notepad. I'll just show you the execution also in both Python and Java. I'm pasting to a separate notepad file. Every statement ends with semicolon. Save it. I'm creating a separate folder for this batch. So I'm saying like Python 7 a.m. batch. I'm creating a folder Python 7 p.m. batch. Python 7 p.m. batch, right? Yes. Mm. Now test.test1 dot, sorry, sample.java. Save it as sample.java. Just I created Python 7 p.m. batch, a folder within that I have saved it. At the bottom search panel, I'm typing cmd, press enter, say cd slash, come out of this existing path, change your directory to Python 7 p.m. batch. Mm. Now Java C sample.java. If any errors, you will display the errors here. If no errors, you can execute your code. No errors, you can just execute your code. Java sample, which will say enter the first number 10, enter the second number 20, the sum is 30. So this is what the code in Java. I don't know like how many of you understood this code, right? How many of you understood this code? Yes. It looks little complex, right? This Java statement. So what is class, what is public static void main, what is IO exception, what is input stream reader, what is buffer reader, what is read line, what is integer dot parseInt. In every line there is a complex word. People from non-programming or zero programming, they cannot understand these statements. It looks little complex to understand. And that too, this coding, right? The task is taking around 10 to 12 lines of code, but the same task I'll implement in Python, not more than 3 lines. The same task I'll implement in Python, not more than 3 lines. Just I'll open this Python shell directly. Directly I'll open the Python shell. Right. Just I'm writing the code. You require X and Y, two numbers, right? Two numbers. And for input, enter value of X. Input, enter value of Y. Enter value of X, enter value of Y, right? Yes. Print X plus Y. That's it. This is the coding in Python. For the same task, what you have written in Java, this is the coding in Python. Very less coding, not even 1/4 coding as compared with that. Do you see any complex word or complex statements here? The first line inputting the value of X, inputting the value of Y in the second line, print X plus Y. Save it. In the C drive, I got Python 7 p.m. batch. In that, save it as any name, test1.py extension. Now execute run and run module. Check it. Enter value of X 10, value of Y 20. Sum is 30. Very simple that was. This is the Python statements as compared with this Java statement set. It's very simple. You won't see any complex words or complex statements. Yes. Now, one more example, right? Just I'll show you, just observe this coding of Python statements, how they look. X equal to, I'm taking some list of values. I'm taking some list of values. Thirty, 10, 40, 20, 50, right? I'm taking some values. Print X prints that entire list as it is. I want to know the number of elements. See these Python statements, how they look, how simple. For example, today, like some 100 transactions happened, more than 100 transactions happened, right? So if you want to see how many transactions happened, say len of x, just say len of x, number of elements, fine. If I want to find the max transaction, what, otherwise max element, max of x, very simple, right? Max of x, it returns 50. Min of x, right? Returns 10. Sum of x, sum of all these elements. Sum of x, sum of all that elements. Max of x is 50, min of x is 10. Sum of x is sum of all these elements. Print sorted of x. Arranging all the elements in ascending order. Check it. Any name test2 dot py. Test2 dot py, right? Yes. Len of x is 5, max of x is 50, min of x is 10, sum of x, sum of all these elements, sorted of x, arranging all the elements in ascending order. Arranging all these elements in ascending order, what is? Print sorted of x. If you want in descending order, there is no separate functionality. The same ascending order, if you reverse it, you will get in descending order, right? The reverse equal to true. Max of x is 50, min of x is 10, sum of x, sum of all that elements, sorted of x, arranging all the elements in ascending, sorted of x reverse equal to true in descending. Yes. And if you want to see that thousands of modules Python is providing, thousands of modules Python is providing, 89,300 inbuilt modules Python is providing for different environments. Just one example of one module, commonly used module, math module, right? You want to see what is present within this math module, say just a dir of math. Just say print dir of math. Dir of math module. You can see the directory of all this, right? Yes, run module. Directory of all this. You got some variable like pi, you got some variable like e, prod, prod, radians, reminder, square root, tan h. For example, I want to print this pi value, I want to print this e value. Any value if you want to print, from where math module. What do you want to print? Pi. It prints math.py. Math is math dot e. Math.py and math.e. math.py and math.e. Just observe this output, run module 3.14, e value is 2.71, right? For example, if it doesn't know to work with any functionality here within this math module, for example, you got a functionality like a square root, you don't know how to use it, how to work with it, how to use it and how to work with it, right? Yes. Math.sqrt of, so just like you want a help, you want help on this, right? There is a help function in Python. Help on what? Within the math. You don't know how to work with sqrt, how to use sqrt. Help function math.sqrt. Math.sqrt. Help on built-in function. Help on built-in function. Square root in module math. In module math, right? Square root expecting one value x returns the square root of x. Returns the square root of x. So provide one value x, it is saying it returns the square root of that x. Yeah. So it is clearly saying that within the math module, there is sqrt. It is clearly saying provide one value, providing 16. It gives the square root of that 16. Check it. Square root of 16 is what? 4. The square root of 16 is 4, right? Similarly, if you want to say, like, for example, you don't know how to use this pivot. Just like print function, we've got help function in Python is just going to help you with the syntax within the math.pow. Run module. In this way, any module you can get help on any functionality like help on built-in function pow in the module math. Pow is taking taking two values x comma y, is returning x to the power of y. It's taking two values, returns x to the power of y, x to the power of y. Clearly, it is saying provide two values. It is it's x to the power of y. Within the math, there is pivot w 10 comma 3, 10 to the power of 3, that is 1000. Run module. X to the power of 5, that is what? 1000. In this way, any functionality you can take help and get the syntax of it, general format of it, even generating graphs. Just try to observe this coding of Python, how they look. Just observe the coding of Python, how it looks. Python statements. It is very simple generating graphs in Python. So for generating graphs, we have got matplotlib. Within that matplotlib, we have got a built-in functionality like try plot. as alias name like P or PLT, because the previous example in every line math dot math dot math dot math dot math dot, right? Here also every time I need to use this module name. I need to use this module name in every line. Instead of using this very big name, I can use shortcut name or alias name like this. PLT dot plot. X coordinate values for 574. Hmm. These are a set of X coordinate values, list of X coordinates and list of Y coordinate values. For this X coordinates, these are the Y coordinates. Just to generate a graph, PLT dot show. Do you see any? Okay, observe here, right? Can you see any complex statements here or complex words or statements? Just import that, plot a graph based on X and Y coordinates. So just check it. A run module, right? A graph is generated in this way. One, 5, 2, 7, 3, 4. 1, 5, 2, 7, 3, 4. Let's see. A graph got generated. That too, I got a solid graph in blue color. I want a dotted graph, that too in a different color. In such case, if you want a dotted graph, very simple, just give hyphen hyphen. You'll get in dotted style. Color equal to green. Run module. One, 5, 2, 7, 3, 4, right? Yes. 1, 5, 2. Okay, can you see this graph? You got in dotted style, that two color green, whichever color you have specified, that color. Very simple statements, right? And observe here, if you say BAR here, bar graph will be generated. If I say PIE, pie graph will be generated. If I say HIST, histogram will be generated. If I say scatter plot. In this way, different types of graphs. Just I'll take this, I'll copy this statement. Just one last example, how to generate a pie graph, how simple you can see generating pie graph. See, I want to just analyze the sales of particular product, like mobile sales. How are the mobiles, right? Sales. Samsung, Vivo, Oppo, OnePlus. Samsung, Vivo, Oppo, OnePlus. And how are the sales? Samsung like 45 sales, Vivo assume like 10 sales, or 15. In this way, these are the sales. Assume that August sales. I just want to generate a pie graph. PLT dot pie graph to be generated from this August sales. From this August sales, labels, mobiles, PLT dot show. Run run module. A pie graph is generated, right? Can you check it with the different colors? So we can see. Yes, with the different colors, you can see right there. Blue color, right? Blue color is for Samsung. Mostly more sales are for Samsung, next for OnePlus, next for Vivo, next for Oppo, right? Yes. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so this is what how simple generating graphs. So I just have, do you see any complex word or complex statements? The mobiles, their sales, a pie graph based on this August sales and the labels in the output show, right? In this way, just I was showing you how simple the Python statements with very less coding, right? Yes.
Vijay, I have a question.
Yes,
So you want me to ask just right now or end of this session?
you can ask.
Oh, thank you. So we're calling this show method, right? Is this inbuilt in this matplotlib or in general we use this show method?
No, in Matplotlib we'll be using.
Okay. And just now we got a pie chart, right? We got like different colors, like a blue for the one place and red for the Samsung.
Hmm.
So
Yes.
even we can change those colors too.
Yes, we can specify our own colors. Like how you have given four values for these four things, right? The same way
Yeah.
colors equal to, you can specify list of four colors and specify colors equal to, yeah. Here you have specified a list, right, with four values.
Yes.
The
Mm-hmm.
same way you can give one more list as colors equal to four color names you can specify. The first color will be taken by this second color. You can specify. And here you can say
Okay.
that you can specify that argument. You
So
can
for now, it got its own colors, right?
not only this, right? You have got many attributes or arguments for better. Even if you want to show the percentage, Samsung what percentage?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Vivo what is the percentage, and OnePlus what is the percentage? Also, if you want to display color, you want to display some shadow if you want to display, and many other. But only thing is this is what mandatory. Remaining all are optionals. If you want some labels in the output, some colors you want to specify your own colors. The percentage means like what percent is Samsung, what percent is OnePlus, some shadows or some 90 degrees angle. Many are there. That
So even I can use a dir right here, dir like dir of matplotlib, so that I can check what are
yes,
all
yes,
the attributes I can use.
yes.
Okay.
You can get
Okay.
help, help also. Help function is going to help you with that. Anything if you want within this map. Okay. So
Got you.
just I'm saying how simple generating a graph in Python just by 2-3 lines code, right? Not only this, any statements in Python looks in the same manner. Looks like normal English statements with very less codings, right? Yes. You can just check with this course content, right? What we'll be discussing, right? As part of this course, like starting with Python, history, its applications, its features, advantages, versions, installations, Python operations. See, yeah. And one more, right? We'll be starting with the actual and just yesterday and today just we have some introductory session of Python. But in the next session, just I will be briefing you about installation of Python, downloading Python, installation of Python, versions of Python, right? Python software foundation, Python editors, Python IDEs. Yes, in this way, I'll be just discussing about the Python environment. So from the next class session onwards, we are going to start with the actual technical things. We'll be starting with the actual Python, right? So whenever you got any query during the session, immediately you can unmute and you can ask your query. No need to wait up to the end of the session. And once we enter into this practical part, for every statement I type, you will be responding for this, what will be the output? Because Python is a interpretation language, statement by statement execution. For every statement I type, you will be responding what will be the output of it. Either you can respond through voice or through short panel, right? Yes. So the next session means tomorrow there is no session. From day after tomorrow onwards, we'll be starting with the actual things. So from day after tomorrow onwards, we'll be starting with the actual things. It's starting with Python installations, everything, right? You can check with that. So we'll be seeing some interactive sessions from the next coming session onwards. Yeah. So you can see this Python operations from that basic to ground level to the advanced level. We'll be discussing everything step by step. Interactive mode, batch mode, editors, IDs, Python data types, constants, variables, comments, input output state type conversions, right? Comments, see escape sequences, strings, operators in Python, different types of operators, IDs in Python, PyCharm ID, like Anaconda prompt, Anaconda navigator, Jupyter, Spider, flow control statements, right? Conditional statements, looping statements. Okay, while loop, while else, for loop, nested for loop, continuous statement, pass statement. Strings in Python, right? Creating strings, creating indexing, creating slicing, string indexing, string slicing, string functions, string methods, string special characters, collections, list tuple sets, dictionaries, list indexing, list slicing, list functions, list methods, list addresses, nested list modifications, tuple properties. It's in the same way, tuple functions, methods, their addresses, sets, set operations, dictionary operations, functions, different types of categories, argument types, default, non-default, keyword, non-keyword, arbitrary argument, types of functions like lambda function, filter function, map function, reduce function, zip function, right? Modules in Python, different ways of importing, renaming a module, reloading a module. Yes, packages in Python, errors and exception handling, file handling, reading and writing data to different files, object-oriented programming concepts in brief, regular expressions, how to extract required data from the given data, database access, Python database connections, Python data and time, operating system module, advanced concepts like iterator, generator, closers, decorators, web scraping, working with CSV, XML, JSON files, graphic programming, Excel workbook, analytics, introduction to data science, Pandas module in brief, NumPy module, and Matplotlib. These three topics are the important libraries. Check that if you go for any training site, if you're on Python, see that whether you got these libraries of this Python, right? In Pandas, NumPy, and Matplotlib. Even if you have got good knowledge on this, you have got a lot of jobs available on these three modules, NumPy, Matplotlib, and Pandas. Apart from this, these 30 topics for Python core and advanced. Apart from this, people who wants to go for Python full stack, like Django framework, web frameworks, installation, project architecture, Django applications, creations, views, templates, admin models. Yes, around 15 applications will be developing in this Django framework. And UI technologies like HTML in brief, CSS in brief, JavaScript also will be discussed. And nice. Yes. So only Python core and advanced, the course fee is 5,000. And for this Python full stack, We're taking the entire Python package with single payment, it is 10,000. And you'll be getting each and every video, recorded session video, right? Every session is recorded. You'll be getting the recorded video, soft copy of this class notes, assignments and tasks to work, and a WhatsApp group for technical discussions. Yes. Like 15 plus applications we'll be developing, 300 plus code examples. Huh? Yes.
Vijay, we gonna do any real-time project at the end or just like simpler projects?
Now, 1 second. Observe this. So Python for advanced around 60 to 70 hours, 2 months duration, around 5. People who go for Python full stack along with this core and advanced, we'll be discussing about UI technologies, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap, Django framework, around 15 application. One more framework I'm going to discuss, like Flask framework, a MySQL database, and a project. Observe here, a project. In brief, I'll be discussing about the project. So topics from 2 to 6 also, like we will be spending 70 hours. So you'll be learning about the project creation steps, applications creation steps in this Django framework. So 15 applications you'll be developing like modules. Right. Python for 70 hours, framework for 70 hours, 140 hours. 2 months for this, 2 months, totally 4 months. Yes, if you're going separately, it is 12K, but if you're taking the entire package with a single payment, it is 10,000. See, I clearly discussed, I said, right, yesterday also, right? The timing of this batch, make it clear about the timing. First 1 week, it will go at 7 p.m. After 1 week, it will be starting at 8 p.m. So before you go with the payment, and check the timings of this batch. So every session video, soft copy of this class notes, assignments and tasks, a WhatsApp group. Check with this. Live interactive hands-on sessions, 300 plus code examples, 15 plus applications will be developed. So I said, right, a project will be discussed, everything in brief, right? Any other queries, anyway? Fine. So we'll be meeting day after tomorrow with the actual, we'll be starting with the actual things. Python software foundation, Python versions, installations, execution modes, editors, IDs, right? Yeah, fine. So any other queries you got before I wind up? Okay. Thank you all for your time. Thank you. Meet you day after tomorrow, same time using the same link. Yes. Good night.